And we are live. Bella and Sophia are running a little bit late. Cody is running a little bit late too. If you are in the chat, you might want to refresh because I just updated the title. I'm going to give people a second to get in here. Let me go ahead and send this tweet out too. I am hearing that the ATF raided a company that produces solvent traps. Yeah. I'm not going to name the company yet, but let me just send this out. And then I will get to it in a minute. All right, guys. Here we go. So there is a company out there. Okay, I'm on the air. That if you can hear me, go ahead, give me a thumbs up. Okay, talking without hearing, going good. All right, you're talking among yourselves. Talk around me. Can you guys hear me? Hello. All right. I guess I'm live. Okay. Yeah. So as it stands right now, there is a company that's out there. I'm not going to name the company right now. That the ATF did raid and they did confiscate solvent traps. Jordan Vinero, awesome. If you don't know, let me go ahead and do this. Jordan Vinero is from JSD Supply. They have a discount code Crumpy. They make 80% polymers, 80% polymer, 80% frames, and everyone needs to check that out. But yeah, so I'm just gonna share this on my feed here. But you guys heard it before anyone else did. So let me go ahead and do this. Abolish ATF. Yeah, it's getting real, isn't it, dudes? Think about it. They're cracking down. We have the whole 80% frame thing, and then we had the whole brace thing, and now it looks like a company out there that sells solvent traps got raided. It's crazy. Let's see if anything's out there. I'm gonna, before I break their name out, I just want to make sure that it is public yet. And I've asked them for a comment. I have not got a comment yet. Let me just go ahead and search here. I looked on their social media. There's nothing posted. I looked on their website. There's nothing posted. So I am going to go ahead and not even pay attention to that. And I'm not going to name them, but I kind of know what happened. Let me see that verse. Well, all right. Let's see if they have a Twitter. Never heard of this company before. I'm not going to jump off and do another story. It's getting kind of crazy. Yeah. All right. So yeah, they make a solvent trap, and by the ATF. Rich, that is a good question, and I would. Rich wants to know, and how many crimes have been committed with solvent traps? And the answer is most likely none. I think that emotion in the backyard. I'm waiting for more thing. Okay. Unfortunately, Bella is not going to be able to join us today because she is not feeling well. No, well. So let me just do this. It might be an interesting experiment. What I am putting there is the link to the stream. Anyone out there can join my stream right now. So if you want to join, you can go ahead and join. But as of right now, it looks like solvent traps are that really sucks, dude. Well, if I get any updates during this, I will let you know. I don't see any numbers or anything to call here. They do allow. So, Cody's about to jump on. That's good. What do you guys think about solvent trap companies being rated now, as 80% companies are being rated, and the whole brace thing? Yeah, it looks like they are on it. Yeah, they are on it. It is kind of crazy, right? I don't get it. I mean, and I also don't get what we can do about it. Sorry. I am back. Sorry, guys. I blame the ATF on that one. I actually don't feel like writing this story, to be honest with you. I mean, it's just bad news after bad news after bad news. And it's just going to show you what the ATF is planning on doing to not only you, not only to me, but all of us. And it's time that we stand and fight back against the ATF. I'm not really sure how, but I think we need to. Let me bring on Cody here. Hey, Cody, what's up, man?
How's it going?
Not bad, not bad. Welcome. Bella's not going to be here. She's sick.
Yeah, I heard. That's unfortunate. I hope she gets feeling better though.
Yeah. So, what do you think about this ATF doing after all these people?
Well, I kind of seen it coming once the first thing started happening because I was already thinking that the solvent traps and the braces and stuff was possibly coming down the whole deal with Q. Like I said in the chat, though, I think it's just ridiculous, but it's not really surprising.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it really is really not surprising that they're going after solvent traps. In fact, I actually said that they would be going after solvent traps, and it looks like they are.
But that's
Which
why I'm
kind of
glad that
sucks.
I'm subscribed to you because you always stay on top of things.
Yeah, I break news. That's what I'm known for now. I'm the news breaker. I wish I could go back to like where I only had like 5 subscribers.
I hear you.
I don't know a lot of subscribers now, but you know, I told Hank that I'm the YouTube whisperer.
Yeah, well, you've earned it though. You've done a lot.
Yeah, because I gave him information. Now everyone is hitting me for information. But yeah, we'll see exactly what happens here with this. Just waiting for comment back before I write up thing.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. You don't just throw people under the bus, neither. You try to do your due diligence and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I'm not naming the company yet. I'm going to give them a chance to respond, and then go from there. But yeah, it's getting kind of crazy out there. I did like a 2-hour live stream with Hank Strange today. It was really fun. He's really worked up about this. He thinks a lot of the companies are to fault. Not a lot. A few of the companies are to fault with everything that happened. I'm going to say that I think it's the ATF.
Yeah, I don't
That's
think that the companies are to blame.
he had some good points. I will say that.
Yeah, I have to check that out.
He definitely had some good points. So if I'm not going to knock his points or anything, and
Yeah, well, that's a good thing too, to keep an open mind and stuff, that you're not just dead set on your opinion.
Well, yeah. Well, our dynamic is he is like the color commentary guy, and I'm like the play-by-play guy.
Yep.
So I get the facts and everything, and he'll go ahead and decide whether or not
Add on to it.
yeah, whether or not to add on to it. But right now, I mean, it was a really good show. If anybody haven't checked it out, you should go over there and check it out on his Hank Strange. It's on his main channel. We did a show. We had like 700 people in there at one time. And all of those people voting for me for the Gundies. Then I come over to
you like a percentage or anything as it's going, or you gotta wait till the end too?
People that viewed it.
Yeah.
No, you can look on YouTube and see that.
No, I was talking about the Gundies.
No, I have no idea. I have no idea. I know I'm not going to win. I'm just doing it for fun. You should vote for budget guns and gear, especially for the zombie category. Most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse. Budget guns and gear.
Yep, they got a bunch of categories on there now.
Yeah, they have 15. But yeah,
I still think it's better than the Oscars anyways. But definitely more interesting.
Yeah, Girls and Gun says Hank is pretty smart, and I would definitely agree. Hank is really smart, especially when it comes to guns and everything else. He is very smart. I keep on refreshing my browser to see if they post anything on their social media, anything like that. But so far, I have not seen anything. I don't know if they have social media. But yeah, let's see here. No news is good news. So what do you think if they're going to go after braces and they're going to go after 80% and they are going to go after and best gun reviewer too. Yeah. And if they're going to go after oh, I have not got the links to the sponsors. I will get that tomorrow. Sorry. But no, what do you think about the next?
I'm not sure. It ain't no telling now. And I mean, it ain't like they've been hiding it. That's the two main things that they've been saying for a while now, that they're wanting to go after braces and ghost gun 80%. But I still
Yeah.
don't get how they're gonna. I mean, what's the difference between just a solid block of aluminum and a 80%? The 80% doesn't mean it's actually 20% left to finish it. It's just a marketing name. It's still just a paperweight, basically.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's still just a paperweight. I did see the day that Polymer 80 is going to voluntarily stop selling their buy, build, shoot kits for now. It's
Well, that's
probably a
kind
smart.
of. I was going to say that's a smart thing to do, though.
Probably a smart thing to do. I totally disagree with the ATF, what they're doing. I think it's pretty much evil.
Yeah, but there's also a time to like be rebellious and a time to know when to slow your roll a little bit and not step in it some more.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely do that. Yeah, there's a time to fight and there's a time to act strategically.
And that's the strategic thing to do, is to volunteer to stop it before some kind of actual cease and desist officially comes out.
Yeah, that is true, and hopefully that they can work stuff out because I really like their company. I've had a lot of contact with the company over the past few days, and
It's
I'm
not necessarily going after like all their lowers and stuff. It's mainly just about the buy, build, shoot kit, ain't it?
exactly about the buy, build, shoot kits. There's nothing there else. They actually say in the documents that everything that they're doing is legal.
It's just they don't like the way that everything's all packaged together.
Correct.
Like you can see where things make a little bit of sense, even though it's still ridiculous, but they have a little bit of logic to it.
Yep, they do. So the people out there that are watching this on Twitter and everything else, I'm looking at that, Facebook and everything else like that. How do we stop it? Okay, Cody's gone. Binary triggers will probably be soon too. I absolutely think binary triggers will be gone as well pretty soon. They're going to go after them. Honestly, though, I have not seen any documentation in the ATF where they are going to go after binary triggers. I will say that. Of all the private stuff I've seen and all the public stuff I've seen, I have not seen one thing that says anything about binary triggers, which is a good thing. I'm not going to ask ATF too much about binary triggers because I don't want them to go after binary triggers. But as of right now, I have not seen anything with binary triggers, but they can't be too far in the chopping block.
I was going to say that's something that I would have thought they would be after next, but I'm glad that there's no words out on that yet, because that was something like you said, I was hoping they ain't going to go after that. But if you follow the succession of how things is going, like I said, I kind of seen the solvent trap stuff coming already, and if you go down that line, that's on that path, whether it's the next or the one after the next, you know.
Yeah.
And the whole thing started already with the bump stock. So, I mean,
the bump stocks, when it started with the bump stocks, there's so many people out there that are like, there's no, give them bump stocks. Who cares about bump stocks? And they just realized, and they just missed the whole entire point that it wasn't about the bump stocks.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that's it.
Whoops.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, it wasn't about the bump stocks. It was about what they're gonna go after the bump stocks.
And it's like, y'all don't get it. It ain't about, like you said, it ain't about this piece of plastic. It's what they're starting over this piece of plastic.
Yeah.
And once that started, it's a whole heck of a lot harder to stop it, because there's not much more above the ATF anyways.
Yeah,
Especially
exactly.
right now, Biden and Harris, they ain't going to be trying to do nothing to hold them back. They're going to be trying to let them loose.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what they're gonna do. And but so, what are we supposed to do?
I don't know, but I see some bad times coming if things don't get much better. People have been joking about the boogaloo or another civil war or something, but if they try to push too much more, something's along them lines is actually fixing to happen, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully it don't come to actually having to, take up arms against the government or something, but that's part of what our government was set up for from the beginning, is to not be having that kind of tyranny happening, and why they had all these checks and balances that the Democrats are trying to get rid of. That's the whole purpose of why they're there.
Someone once said if they're coming if when the government says that they're not coming for your gun or you don't need a gun, that's when you need a gun.
Yep, exactly. When they say you don't need it, that's when you need it the most.
Exactly.
And I
And
think there's a lot of people that's starting to see that. And I think that has a lot to do with the record number of sales and why there's such a shortage of stuff right now. Because, like you said, it ain't, or a bunch of people done said, it ain't that they ain't making more ammo and stuff every day, working 2, 3 shifts as much as they can round the clock. It's just every little bit of stuff is selling out.
yeah. The knife collector wants to know if brace pistols are registered. Does the same SBR rules apply? Like you can't take them out of state without permission and selling it. Who pays the $200 tax stamp for the brace instead of a real SBR? Uh, it basically you'll register as SBR. It'll be SBR. All SBR rules will apply according to right now. All this stuff it can change at any moment.
And that's the other thing. If once you register it as a SBR, then you just slap a regular stock on it. I mean, there's no point in having the brace on it if you've done registered it as a SBR and paid the tax stamp, or whether they waived the stamp or not.
Yeah, definitely. Joe Drag says, "Be careful. Big Brother is watching you." Big Brother has been watching me for a while now, and if you don't think I know that, Big Brother, yeah,
I was gonna say,
yeah,
ain't Big Brother called you?
yeah, Big Brother's probably on my other. They probably monitor me. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they listen in and stuff like that. That's why it's important that. Well, I'm gonna get a little bit technical on everyone here. It's important to have technology. Technology can watch you, but technology can also help protect you. Things like a VPN, which I happen to have a deal with a VPN company, and that's NordVPN. If you go to crumpy.com/VPN, you can get a deal on NordVPN. The reason why I wanted to make a deal with a NordVPN, with a VPN company, to get everyone a deal on it is because I think that it's one of the most important things in the world that we can do to protect ourselves as gun owners is to use VPN. If you don't know, without a VPN, everyone can monitor you. Your ISP can. Anyone with a packet sniffer can sit there with Wireshark on your internet connection and see every single thing that you're doing, mostly, unless you hit
Not to
encrypt.
mention all them tools to make it easier is all on Amazon too. USB sticks and everything else, Wi-Fi sniffers, everything. You can just go on Amazon and grab it.
Yeah, but a VPN basically creates it's a carrier connection, a encrypted connection that's very very hard to break with another server. So none of the stuff that you're looking for your ISP or anybody who has a tap at your ISP level can see. So that's really good. We also have to do stuff like Tusk. Tusk is a sponsor of the show, but they've also Bitcoin and stuff, which are going crazy right now. But you can use Tusk to purchase stuff now. More and more companies are getting up on Tusk, and I heard that Swamp Dog Armory might be using Tusk.
Yep, we're in the works of working things out right now to have it rolling when we get open.
Yeah. So, and there's stuff like the Onion browser that you can use to help protect you a little bit, so you don't send all the information
Not to
to.
be confused with the Onion.
What's that?
I said not to be confused with the Onion.
Yeah,
The
the Onion
news
browser.
out.
So we have that. You can also use stuff like DuckDuckGo. DuckDuckGo is a Google alternative that does not track where you go.
And
I
if
also
you have Firefox, they have a built-in plugin for Firefox now too.
Yep. I also have something on my phone called Signal. If you're not familiar with Signal, Signal lets you encrypt your telephone calls and your text messages. When I talk to a lot of my sources, I use Signal.
I would definitely look into that because that's something I didn't even know you're able to do.
Yeah. So you can use Signal to do that. Yeah, so all your calls can be encrypted, your text messages are encrypted through Signal. I use that to talk to my sources. I use that to talk to my lawyer too.
Well, that's a smart way to do it too.
Yeah, I'm one of the only person that talks to a lawyer like every day.
Well, I would have figured you'd be talking to multiple ones, as many things as you got going on. Aside
Yeah,
from actually being active with GOA, you got a lot of stuff going yourself.
yeah. Well, I do have a lawyer to sue a company, but that's neither here nor there. That's not gun related. But no, I have a lawyer. And there's other stuff that you can do. Instead of using like a Gmail, you can use Protonmail, protonmail.com. It's located in Switzerland. And not only are if the, is it located in a country where they can't get a warrant to pull your information from, everything on Protonmail is encrypted. So your mailbox is encrypted. Protonmail doesn't scan your mail because they can't, because the box is actually encrypted. Even if they wanted to, they couldn't hand over your personal emails.
Well, that's a good thing too. I'll check into that too. I've heard of Proton Mail before, but I didn't realize all of that about them.
Yeah, that's why I have a. If you go to if you want to email me a tip, you can email me a tip at BS Tips for Black Swan.
There you go.
Okay, why did the show end suddenly the other night? I had a
You had
like a
work to do.
lawyer. No, I had a lawyer call. Straight up, I
Well,
had a lawyer
that's what you
call.
said
And
on the show.
what's that?
I said that's what you told Bella and them. I got work to do.
Oh no! Oh, you're talking about yesterday. There was another show
Oh,
where I was doing a live stream the other night, and I was talking about what was going to happen. You can get Signal from the App Store, and a lawyer called, so I muted everyone, and then
oh yeah, I remember. And then he was like, "Please hold."
yeah,
And the next thing I knew, the whole thing ended up being private.
yeah. Yeah, it's really kind of cool. Yeah, well, it's a lawyer. It's legal stuff behind the scenes and stuff like that. I don't want to be sued. And none of the information there. I redid the podcast with all the information again, just because I don't want to be sued. That's why I was talking to him, and I was gonna get my lawyer to tell him to go f off and come back, basically. But by the time I was about to come back, everyone else has already made their stuff. So I was like, I'll just private this and just do it again. And I did it again last night with all the information, because I just felt that it didn't flow right if I was just to leave it that way, where it just like cuts off.
Yeah.
But it was not really illegal stuff why I took down the original video, but it was more of I want
You
to
didn't
work.
feel it reflected what you was trying to do.
Well, no, it just cut out. There's no ending.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
just,
just like, okay, we're waiting, we're waiting, we're waiting. Nothing.
yeah, I knew it was going to take a lot longer, so that's why I put it up there. But yeah, um, I'm trying to get information about this other thing before I go public. I'm just saying right now there are rumors, there are unconfirmed rumors about a raid on a solvent trap company. I am throwing that out there because it's most likely true. So that Telegram is another good program. Um, Telegram is a great program there. A lot of I made what is it? I use Telegram. I also have another program I won't give out the name of. Come on, Chris. A lot
Yeah,
like
it's like,
I'm
why are you
sitting
gonna
in
say
front
something
of
and then not
you,
say it?
my brother looking at you, staring right back at him in the eyes. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad that the auction did well for y'all this time.
Yeah. What's the turn? Yeah, the auction did well. We had money. The guy actually paid over. He actually paid $2,000. But we only lost like $2,200. So of the original 2,250, we got 2,000 of it back, which is awesome. I want to thank everyone out there for doing that. If you don't know, Swamp Dog here, Swamp Dog Armory, Cody from Swamp Dog Armory made a Mandalorian rifle that we auctioned off to raise money for Bella. The gentleman that won, I talked to on the phone, incredibly gracious person, incredibly awesome person. Uh, Instead of just paying the 1625, which what he won the auction for, he put down 2,000 because he just thought it was the right thing to do. You know, and I think that's awesome.
Yeah, you can't get no better than that.
Yeah, he read the story. He wasn't even going to bid on it, but he read the story, and the only reason why he bid on it and bought it is because of Bella.
Yeah, he just wanted to give the money to her, and the gun's just extra.
Yeah, the gun is just an extra thing.
Yeah, he sounded like he was really mad that they wouldn't take his 2,000 and would only let it be the 1,600. He's like, no, 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 that ain't right.
Yeah, that is awesome. I wish Bella could be on here tonight, but you know, it's just sometimes some days she's having good days, sometimes she's had bad days, and this is just one of the bad days.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, she's a tough little girl though. She's fighting.
Yep, she definitely deserves the name of the warrior princess.
Yeah, the warrior. She named herself the warrior princess niece,
There
and
you go.
she just wants to be Captain Marvel. I gave her a little Captain Marvel pin. She loved it.
Yep. But yeah, hopefully that things work out again for them to be able to be on here, and maybe I can jump on again
Yeah,
when
I'm gonna
they
try to
do.
get on here before Christmas. If you guys don't know, next week I'm taking like a break. Uh, I'll be back at New Year's, but between Christmas and New Year's, I won't be doing any shows. I might be doing like a lot impromptu live stream or something. But overall,
Well, yeah,
uh,
that makes sense. Take some time for the holidays.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
we got one more update coming too with the auction after things settle. Got a couple more surprises in the lines, but
All right, can
don't
you
want to
share any of
go
those?
public with them yet.
Uh,
What?
can you share any of those behind the scenes with me?
Yeah, I think you already know most of them though.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, we're gonna do. I want to get some of the sponsors on the show. If you can arrange that, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I can message Mike with Swamp Fox. I'm sure he wouldn't mind coming on.
Yeah, we get him on here. And some other people who sponsored it. I would like to get the guys from High Point on. I might actually do that. Get the owners of High Point to come on because
Yeah,
that's
that'd be
our
pretty cool.
rifle based on their rifle.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that the bullpup conversion stock is necessarily High Point approved anyways, so it'll be interesting to see what they say.
Yeah, well, definitely not high point approved, but it's still on a high point. I
Oh
like to
yeah,
get the people.
and that's what any time I've done probably about 4 of them now, and anytime anyone sees one, they're like, "What is that? What is that?" And then you tell them it's a high point, they're like, "No, man, you sure?" It's like, "Yeah, it's a high point." And I actually showed them the old high point stock that I took off of it, and they're like, "Well, I'll take this one over that one."
Yeah, it does look a lot better.
And it handles a whole lot better too, which
You know,
you can't tell how something handles just from a picture, but
you should get the guy to throw a brace on there, then he can turn it into an SBR for
yeah,
free.
see how that'll work out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
You know,
well, go ahead.
uh, going back to the bracing for 1 second. There's 4 to 5 million braces out there. Let's say there's 4 million. It's getting a low number. Let's say 25% of the people decide the option is to register as an SBR. Martinsburg has like 6 people working in their NFA section. So you're gonna get
Yeah, I was
like
gonna say that people thinking
100,000
that.
applications to them. You know what else that's gonna do? That's gonna back up suppressors and everything else.
Yeah, I was gonna say people think that the waiting period is long now. Wait till you have about a few million more things clogging up them lines.
Wait till the waiting period is like 5 years long.
Yeah, and then then they'll be happy because that'll be even more than trying to add on a higher tax as far as the gun control without actual gun control.
You know what the solution to the problem is simple. Just get rid of remove SBRs and SBSs from the NFA.
Yep, and then you can do another version of the Hearing Protection Act and take the suppressors off, and then you ain't got much left on there except full auto. So go ahead and repeal the whole NFA.
Yeah, I don't like the NFA. I think the NFA is corrupt, and I think it's bad. No, you would still have AOWs.
Well, yeah, that's true. But yeah, I don't think there's very many people, even like nowadays, that are for the NFA.
No, they definitely aren't.
That was the one thing that I was hoping might have ended up being a bright side of things. The way stuff went down with the bump stocks was with them determining that, okay, this is going to be a machine gun now. I figured, oh, maybe they might open up the registry again and you register them, and then that'd bring the price of the full auto stuff way down because limit supply to what's made to here, and that's the only reason the prices is so much.
Yeah, guerrilla against the plaintiffs to discourage people from wanting NFA items, and that is 100% correct.
If you do like you were saying, you get up to a 4 or 5 year wait time. That's exactly what's going to end up happening.
Yeah, and I just don't see how they can process it. They could theoretically let gun stores issue tax stamps.
That
There's no
would be a better solution, I think.
if they go in and submit their fingerprints, they submit their because the 44 because just a NICS check, fingerprints and pictures, get all that
Yep.
done right there and leave with the same item the same day.
I mean, look how high quality the cameras are on phones nowadays, like the new iPhone and stuff.
Well,
That's higher quality than a passport photo.
my FFL, they do everything right there.
Yeah, the fingerprinting and all that too.
Fingerprints, pictures, everything.
There you go. But yeah, if they'll they didn't do much farther from that when they started letting them do the electronic form submittals anyways. Just let them go that next step and actually approve things and stuff. I mean, like you said, that a lot of them's already doing all the paperwork to send off there in the store.
Yeah, the only thing that there's nothing that the ATF does in Martinsburg that they couldn't do anywhere else.
And that's your local chapter for Virginia, the part of Virginia.
Martinsburg does all NFA stuff for the ATF.
Oh,
so no matter where you are, they're like I said, they only got like 6 people.
Yeah, well, and then people wonder why things take so long. I mean, come on.
Well, it takes so long because they want it to. It's an artificial roadblock. It's an artificial bottleneck.
Yeah, well, like I said, the government they're the ones wanting that to happen. So why are they going to make things more efficient?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially like Gorilla and Guns was saying, when that could very well be their actual goal in the first place, is we're just slowly inching y'all towards it, and then it's going to get here, and then you're going to wonder, what can I do now?
It's happy tyranny. Move it a little bit so no one notices it, and they're happy because they don't have tyranny when they're actually living in a state of tyranny.
Yep, and then one day you wake up and you're like, all this is already here? It's like, yeah, it's been here for a while now. You've just been choosing to ignore it.
Yeah. Yeah, all we can do is raise the alarm. And
that's the one thing that I am thankful for that has happened out of 2020, is there's a lot more people that's actually paying attention and waking up to stuff now.
Yeah. They definitely are.
Feeling that there's a lot of people on the more liberal side of things that's been buying guns and ammo lately too, with all the different situations going on. I think things might not quite be as supportive for the Democrats that's trying to do the gun control as they might. I think there's going to be some people that are going to go more towards with the Republicans and stuff like that, if they actually would listen to their constituents. But who does that anyway?
Exactly. I mean, politicians don't listen to the constituents. They wouldn't be politicians if they did.
Yeah, if they did, someone would actually try to submit some kind of a term limit for them.
Yeah. Christian Make says, just remember, all those people that are buying guns might not be with us. And he is
It's true.
Correct. Kermit Loves Bacon sent me something recently where there's a lady who's an NRA member and does like some gun stuff, and she's a member of Moms Demand Action.
Yeah, they're not above being a hypocrite.
No, they're not. Yeah, they're not. There are more to do with them being and call out of frustration. Yeah. 90% of those liberal gun owners will hand them over when they're told, and unfortunately,
that's a good point too. Unfortunately, I found that out from some personal experience of people that I knew that said wouldn't have seen that coming, but then come around to find out that, yeah, if they told me to, I'd turn them on in.
Yeah, and people say the police won't, but how about during Hurricane Katrina?
Katrina, yep, they did. Went door to door and confiscated guns. And there's people that I know around here that still ain't got their guns back.
Yeah,
there's actually a pretty funny story from that. That's kind of in my neck of the woods. It's a couple hours away, but I know some people from over there, and there's one guy in particular who we'll just say he's pretty well off. They came to his house to confiscate his guns, and they had to bring 10 officers from different places because he had so much stuff. And they was in there for over an hour and a half. And then they started looking there. I was like, man, you got more stuff than we do and better equipped. Started asking him about guns he had to upgrade theirs when they did their next order, or replace, whatever the word is, when they replace their stock of their own guns.
Honestly, if they took away my guns or something like that and they wanted me to do work for them, I would have told them to go F off.
And he was also standing there the whole time with a binder of his own, because he had his own inventory, making sure, okay, you write this down, you write this down, you write this down. I'm going to check you on all that. I'm going to get every single one of these back. And he made them write down all the way down to the individual number of rounds that they took.
Yeah, what is
I don't know if he ended up getting all of it back, but hey, at least he put in the effort.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I hate when people ask me how to turn guns and or destroy them. People say they need guns to protect their rights, then willingly give up both when the government tells them to. Unfortunately, man, that's the world we live in. That's from the Knife Collector.
Yeah, people that are like that, they just trust the government to give them everything. That I say do this, they do that.
Dude, be free men, be free people.
I mean, it's like it goes right along with the whole term that is common for it is sheep or sheeple. I mean, you're acting just like a sheep. They're gonna feed you, you're gonna come and eat. They're gonna tell you go over here, you're gonna go over there.
Yeah. So, I mean, what I would like to see, honestly, would be this is what I would like to see. It would be
G-Web's made a good comment there.
hold on, let me see. Sorry, I was getting more confirmation. Sit down and get all worried about the failures past or worry about the failure future, or get to work, learn, and get together with people who are in the game. Yeah, well, we got to do that, definitely.
I can't think of a much better time to come together on a very important issue than what we got going on right now, especially depending on how things turn out in Georgia.
Yeah.
And then part of me also thinks that the liberal Democrats are wanting some kind of a civil war to come so they can actually have their whole socialist government set up and abolish the U.S. government in the first place. Is the only way they'd actually be able to set something up.
Yeah, definitely.
But that's just opinion.
I think we should just say F it. Throw stocks on your rifles with barrels under 16 inches. If we do it, if there's a way to organize it,
It's
enough
like
people.
that. One of my favorite memes that's come out of all this is like, okay, well, I'm gonna have a full auto 6-inch SBR with a full collapse and stock. And if the crime is gonna be the same thing, then why not go all the way?
Exactly. That's what we need to do.
I'm not advocating for people to break the laws and everything. I'm just saying, hypothetically,
Yeah, hypothetically. Hopefully, hypothetical. I mean, you know what? I mean, I don't care at this point. I'm saying you should break the law. The law is invalid, in my opinion.
yeah, I mean, the whole point, Second Amendment shall not be infringed. Every single thing that is an infringement is against the Constitution anyways, but who's to uphold it when they just flat out ignore it?
Yeah. I'm trying to confirm.
And it's like one of the founding fathers said, when tyranny is law, rebellion is duty.
Yeah, we'll see how that holds up. It's a home of,
Like I was telling a friend of mine not that long ago, all of this stuff can be very well compared to things in Nazi Germany. Do you want to be like Helen Keller, who's breaking the law, or do you want to be the people that took her and her family in, who is following the law and following orders and just doing my job?
yeah. 2015 was an era when new two-way organizations were created, and those that survived are now just 5 years old. It can, yeah, definitely. I agree with G-Webs. G-Webs is telling everyone to support uh, uh, all the organizations out there, and I think you should do that. And in fact, if you want to do that for Gun Owners of America, you can do that at gunowners.org/black-1-media, and you will even get 25% off. Let me do this. I'm going to ask a question out there, and if you're not a GOA member, you can answer it. And what you will win is, are you a GOA member?
No, not yet, not officially.
I'm going to buy you a membership.
Well, that's
I will
nice.
buy you a membership. I'll PayPal you the money over, and you can just sign up if you want, or you can just use it on Facebook. But it's for a membership. You can also be dissatisfied and start your own. Yeah, you have 14 days to let the ATF know how we think. Yeah, G website we have 14 days.
Yeah, I
The
saw
interest,
your
yeah,
video about where you had the live stream where you was talking about that, and I was thinking the same thing as soon as you started saying it about them doing it and aligning it right here with the holidays to cut that time frame even shorter.
yeah.
It's like
Without,
it's little more than a coincidence, I think.
yeah, I know it's a coincidence. I know it's not a coincidence. I mean,
Yeah, I
but
was gonna
here,
say I really don't think it's too coincidental. It's more along the lines of that something being planned that way. And then how
yeah,
many people take time off or like you do, take a break away from the internet or disconnect, as you will, during the holidays anyways, and might not even find out about it until later.
yeah, yeah. And G was bringing up a good point. It is in the comment period, and everyone can comment and let them know uh, your opinion on it. Um, if you go to my article at Amelin, it's up. I do want to give away a membership to yeah to G Labs. You know about the gun world as much as I do about people sitting around and moping and not
Yep.
taking action.
If
We all
if even half of the people that said they would do something would actually step up when the time comes, we'd have more than enough to get something done.
yeah, we just have to do that. I don't know.
It's so much easier to sit behind the computer, sit on the phone, and just type with your finger or fight with your fingers, so to speak, and say stuff than to actually go out and do something.
Yeah.
That's the
All
part
right.
of the whole reason why I was wanting to do the build for Bella in the first place, because I just felt compelled to actually do something, and I was able to. So I'm glad things worked out.
All right. I'm going to ask one final question before we get out of here, and this is going to be: I'm going to buy you a GOA membership. I'm going to buy someone out there a GOA membership. Let me pick a random, question here. Let's go with. Huh. How about here is how about the history of the 1911? History of the 1911. Let's go with that. The 1911 was introduced in 1911, right? It served in a bunch of different wars. It was designed by John Browning. We all know that. But here, Who designed a self-loading rifle in the 1880s? Kind of switched it up there, right? Who designed the first self-loading rifle? But he didn't really concentrate on the self-loading rifle because he was busy with other things. And then it was rolled into the 1911. That's what made me think of it.
I don't see nobody trying to answer that.
It's kind of a hard one.
Yeah, I was supposed to say I was trying not to say nothing.
All right, I'm gonna give them because they're like on like a minute delay. I'll give them another minute here. I'm gonna start my little timer. Actually, let's see here. That's a minute. No, who the hell is that? I don't know. You're probably right. All right, I'm gonna give the membership to think, but I thought it was Hiram Maxim, but he was too preoccupied with the machine gun. But if you want to say that guy, that guy, there you go. Chris Schimmick, I will buy you a GOA membership. If you don't have one. All right, man. I got to get out of here. I got some stuff I got to get taken care of. Visit me on Patreon, patreon.com/John Crump. All proceeds go to Bella.
Yep, Chris was right. It was the moniker.
Visit all my stuff at crumpy.com. I already plugged GOA, 10% off blackswantactical.com. And if you want to make one of those evil 80% handguns, you can go to JSD Supply and enter code Crumpy. All right, thanks.
Take it easy, brother.
I'm going to give you the last word.
Oh, I was just going to say, keep up the great work, and I'll keep on looking for your update.
Yeah, I just want to sleep every time I.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't see how you sleep. I seen that when you that recast or replay of the live video, and I did my math wrong on the hours. I'm like, he done posted this at 3 a.m. When does this dude sleep?
I don't sleep. All right, guys.
Yeah, I'll take it easy.
All right, take it easy, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I have the guys from Operation Backbone on, and that is it. I am out of here. See you later.